If you want to be in a leadership role or position of authority, you have to stop the habit of minimizing yourself. If you don't, you are setting yourself up for failure. Find out what minimizing is and what you can do to stop this self-defeating behavior. Coming up next. Hi everyone, Hector here to talk about leadership, growth, and everything related. Remember to take a moment to click the subscribe button. When I was a child attending primary school, I didn't want the teacher to notice me. Whenever they asked for an answer, I never raised my hand. If a volunteer was needed, I never said a word. Instead of sitting at the front of the class, I was content to sit in the back, shrinking down into my seat, in the hopes that the teacher wouldn't see me. I was minimizing myself. Maybe you experienced something similar when you were younger as well. Unfortunately, some people never broke this habit and continue to minimize themselves as adults. They act and speak in a manner that diminishes them as a person in other people's eyes. This minimizing behavior can manifest itself in different ways. A common practice is for someone to reduce their physical presence. They slink down into their seat. They avoid eye contact, or they physically distance themselves from other people. Another way people minimize themselves is through their speech. They apologize constantly. "I'm sorry, but can I say something?" They use the words like just and only frequently, which makes whatever they say seem unimportant. "I just want to say something. I only want to say one more thing." They use verbal disclaimers. "I'm no expert, but," or "I'm so forgetful." And they constantly end their sentences with a question. "This is the right thing to do, don't you think?" All of these bad speech habits make you seem insecure, incapable, and indecisive. The last bad habit that minimizers practice is not being assertive. They avoid being direct and clear about what they have to say. Being assertive can especially be challenging for women or for people from cultures that espouse the values of humility and deference, or where women are expected to be modest and demure. Being assertive can be perceived as being rude and arrogant, something that no one wants to be characterized as. Women who are assertive are more likely to be perceived negatively than men would be. At the same time, women are also perceived negatively if they aren't assertive. Why are all these minimizing behaviors bad for someone who wants to be a leader? For people in these positions of authority and power, demonstrating any of these behaviors will undermine your position. Minimizing yourself gives people the perception that you are unprepared, lack commitment, and incapable of fulfilling your responsibilities. Your credibility is damaged, your authority is ruined, and no one will ever want to follow you. What can you do? The easy answer is to tell you to stop these minimizing behaviors, but I'll give you a few more tips. Number 1, be aware of how you are perceived physically. Stand tall, make eye contact, walk and act with purpose. Number 2, when you speak, be clear, be confident, and say what you mean. Don't hesitate and don't downplay your message. And lastly, number 3, be present and make yourself available to whomever you are speaking with. Show empathy. People know if you're fully aware and have your attention. If they think you are distracted or not present, your presence will be diminished. If you have visions of being in a position of authority, stop minimizing yourself. If you don't, you are undermining your position and hurting your chances of leading effectively. Can you take a moment to hit the like button if you enjoyed this video? Take care.